Jose Mourinho made reference to a manager last night being told by a fourth official, "I like your passion." Well, the difference being he got told to sit down or you'll be sent to the stands. Do you feel that managers are treated differently by officials, and why might that be the case?
He spoke when about this?
He spoke last night after the game. He seemed to feel that the fourth official said to him that you don't sit down, you'll be sent to the stands. And
I heard things about this before too. So. And what's not the problem? Okay, because about okay, now I understand. Yeah.
Do you feel that some managers are treated differently?
I have no idea. I think it depends then probably to the fourth official. I think we all know what we can do, and it's again when I saw the picture afterwards, I knew it looked not too nice. So, but it was not as bad as it looked. So that's why I said what happened, and of course maybe I was lucky because that fourth official said what he said, but because I never heard something like this before, it was absolutely the first time. I said it, and I think there are different ways to handle the situation, and it's quite an emotional game, and to switch off emotions in the right moment is not that simple, and we struggle obviously, not only myself or Jose, even Arsene Wenger struggles, a lot of other people struggle in moments like this, so we are all different, and sometimes we get a fine and sometimes not. It's not that we want to do it or that's a tactic to something, it happens more. I'm not sure, but it was worse with me actually when I was younger. I'm already improved. So, yeah, but I have no idea why he spoke about me then. So, but you have to ask him.
Yourselves, obviously on deadline day, Mamadou Sakho moved on. Even though it's only a loan, is it safe to say now that he has no way back here at Liverpool? And what should he have learned from the experience of having passed up the opportunity he had here?
Oh, first of all, this is not a moment where I should give, if I should give some advice to Mamadou Sakho, then I should give it to him personally and not via television. So, and who knows what is in half a year. We felt already what changed in 1 month, so there's another 5 to go. And now I think he should concentrate on the job at Crystal Palace. We should concentrate on what we are doing here. And then we have to, in this moment he's on loan, so that means he has still a contract at Liverpool. But that's not the thing we talk or we think about in this moment, so that's a good thing. And now that's a solution for the moment. And yeah, we can wait for new impressions and see what then happens, but that's nothing I think in this moment about.
And as a side, you were beaten in 8 games against opposition in the top 6, won 4, drawn 4 of those games, but obviously suffered the defeats at Burnley, Bournemouth and went to Swansea as well. I appreciate sometimes a different approach, but how do you solve or go about solving the kind of discrepancy in those results?
Actually, you know, we won a lot of games against these kind of teams. We lost 3 against then teams what you would call weaker or whatever.
They found a different way to approach it then?
No, it was about us. It was about us. It's not about that we don't know how to do it. We did it not always that well. If you want to pick out these 3 games which we lost, then I think Burnley was pretty special very early. It's nearly not allowed to put it in this bunch of games. Then Bournemouth was very special. We did really well, and then I don't know what happened there. Not anymore. I don't know anymore. But then obviously we gave it away. But we did everything nearly perfect until a specific point. So and even Swansea was not good, but was not that we had no chances or something like this. And it's even when you are a perfect side, but we are not, obviously, then you will lose football games. That's how it is. That's why nobody wins 100% of games in a season. So, and there are always different reasons. But I think we proved often enough that we know the way to do it. The problem is that it not always works. And that's why we're working with human beings and things like this happen. And there's always a different situation. It's not one. In between 3-4 weeks can happen a lot with a team. That's a job to do then, to react on this. Sometimes you can react before it really happens. Sometimes you have to react after it happens. About confidence, about form, about shape, about different things. And it's not. When you look back, it's not that easy to explain. But for me, the most important thing is that we know how to play them. Now we have to show it all the time. That's how it is, and it's not. Who saw Hull yesterday against Man United? I thought should be really impressed by the way they're playing. Okay, the last 20 minutes was one-way football because United then started playing the long balls, and it was difficult. But they did well. One or two brilliant goalkeeper saves. But to explain that's really Hull is still bottom of the league, probably second of bottom. Okay. So when you saw them playing yesterday, I couldn't see it. So and that shows how difficult the job is to do. A lot of good players now in much better shape. Huddleston, if you saw him playing, outstanding good. And when he played here, it was completely different. So, for example, and that's what teams can create, and even Hull can obviously create it. And so it's not about thinking what we have to do there. And then they had a really deep formation in the last 20 minutes, but that was forced by United in all other parts of the game, and they were really playing a football-playing side. So we will see what happens against us. We play different to Man United, so we'll see what happens then, but we need to be prepared. And I think we are prepared. We have, meanwhile, a lot of different things what we can do on the pitch. Yeah, we need to bring it on the pitch, and then we have a good chance, but it will be difficult.
Considering the improvement that Hull have made, as you're saying, how impressed have you been with the job that Marco Silva's done, considering he's new to this league as well?
Yeah, I'm impressed. What can I say? It was a pretty interesting challenge, honestly, to make the analyze. We are still not. We do it today finally because yesterday we had Pete Kravitz and none of our boys were there and watched the game live because they had a lot of different lineups, systems in the last few games, and it's interesting to watch. And they played now United 3 times. Knows the power and the strength of United. Knows okay, that's not too easy, and they did really well, and that's without, if you want, without confidence because of the results or something, because they don't get always results. But that's Marco Silva is obviously a good manager.
And looking back at Liverpool, you mentioned in the last few weeks about feeling there's a depression around the place, that the atmosphere is not so positive. Have you seen any difference since that result against Chelsea?
No, because I didn't ask. It's not about me going out and watching who is how. Are you pleased now or better shape or whatever? I spoke about the situation in general. And you all know better than me about this club and what happened in the last few years and how it happened always again and things like this. And I think when we started here, then everything was hoping that it happens immediately. And we improved a lot. But the problem in football always is other teams doesn't sleep, so they can improve also, and that's the challenge. But how I said, and I'm 100% convinced about this. This club has an outstanding power if we keep our nerves. That's how it is. So because always the fight for something is always tight. It's always intense, especially at the end. I don't think that Chelsea thinks now, we play Liverpool now, it's done. So they play Arsenal now next week, and so how does it feel? Arsenal it's Arsenal, right? Yeah, and Arsenal I think is able to win there. Then if 2 or 3 of the other teams win, City impressive yesterday. The coach who has no plan for England. You're so quick with your decisions about many people. Did obviously a pretty good job in front of before this game, and so if they win, I don't know where they play. Then, whoop. If we win, whoop, then things change. So why should we think about this? It's not important. The only thing is if something doesn't work, and you stop thinking positive about it, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. That's how it is. So, but it's good for all of you that I'm here, because I don't read what you say, what you write or say on television. It's really important for me because even when it's good, then it's I don't read it because I have to be only in the situation, and it can't be influenced from things from outside and think what does he want, what does they want? Oh, they think we have not enough players. They think we have the wrong players. They think this. They think that. So the thing is that the day is not long enough to do what other people want. So we are still not too bad from the managing and coaching side. So let's go for it. That was all what I was talking about, and nothing else. I love being here, and I know that it's a real challenge to be in general successful in this league, not only with Liverpool, to be successful in this league because it's a really long trip. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants to tell this opinion. Obviously, most of them in television, and then that's the thing. But we have to stay concentrated. We have to stay in line. We have to really to do the job, and that's what we are doing.
How difficult then is it, to stay in line, do the job that you've got to do, keep that intensity going that you showed on Tuesday night for the remaining games of this season?
No, it's not a problem. To do all this is not a problem. If it works, then that's not sure. And obviously, everybody's looking for guarantees, and that's I can't guarantee this. That's how it is. But I thought, and it makes sense to say, don't forget, there are still a few games to go, which we can maybe win, and so that's all. And it makes life in general easier, and football, especially. So that's because then you have a good feeling, then you have a good atmosphere, then you think, yes, we can go for it, and I think that's the situation we should create. And who was involved in the last game on Tuesday, felt the power of what positive energy can do. Atmosphere was outstanding. We can now ask when it was last time like this, then we say, okay, but when was the game last time like this? Yeah, that's all true. But as long as we try everything, we can have this more often. The more often we have it, that doesn't mean we can only win when the atmosphere is like this. We have to do the job always. But it helps. Everybody who wants to help is very welcome.
Jurgen, do you see any parallel between this game and the game you had at Middlesbrough? As in, when you went to Middlesbrough, you were coming off the back of the Bournemouth defeat and the West Ham draw. You then won at Middlesbrough, who you could argue in a similar bracket of teams that Hull are in, but then you went on a 4-game win.
How can I know? Yes, it would be nice. I couldn't follow the whole thing, but obviously we lost or draw, and then we won a few times. Yes, we can. We can win games, I'm sure. But for this, we need to do the right things on the pitch, and nothing what I can say here would make it more likely. But you can imagine that we really try everything, and to compare Hull with Middlesbrough, I'm not sure that's fair, but don't want to say anything about Middlesbrough or Hull. That's not, but there are two different teams. Obviously, Hull was pretty active on the transfer market. So Lazar Markovic did well too yesterday, but how I know, meanwhile, he cannot play against us, so they need to find another solution. That's all. And no, that's not how you can do it. Now we did this and that, and then we'll follow again this. We need to be in a good shape. What we are, everybody could see it. That's why I was so pleased with the performance in the game, because it was good. Yeah, and I said it already. That was really big heart. That was ambitious, and that was good organized, but not that experienced than the other team on the other side. They became nearly with the same team, or maybe with two different players. I'm not sure. Champion 2 years ago. So they are really experienced. That's a good side. And how can we be that experienced? So, but they are cooler than we. Yes, that's true. But can you be cool because you want to be cool, or have you to do a few things to become cool? That's all what I said after the game. So we cannot compare with Chelsea. That's why we shouldn't. But we have our strength, our quality, and I want that we use this and don't look for what have others and how could we be like them. So we have the Liverpool way, and let's do it.
Just a question on Jorginho Wijnaldum. We've seen how he has finished on a couple of occasions this season. Is that something you'd like to add to his game, as in get more goals out of him?
Okay, now he scored against City and against Chelsea. Only 2 goals, right?
Against Watford.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's long ago, obviously. Yeah, another game, had a big chance in the box, and we said, he should improve finishing. Yeah, he's a good player. That's why he's here. And he made 2 headers, and the third one against Watford was no header. And had 1 or 2 chances. He's a good player. Yes, he needs to be sometimes, or especially in this game, first half he was not 1 time in the box, so that makes then no sense from this position. Yes, he needs to be in and around the interesting situations where balls come down, where he can be involved, because we have this kind of fluent style. We have Roberto Firmino then, who is on the wing, makes a cross, whatever. If then nobody's in the box, then that makes no sense. Yeah, and Gini should be involved in this. And yes, he can improve in this, but not only in this, because he's young enough to improve a lot.
Assuming there have been no new injuries, your squad is looking as healthy as it's probably been this season. With the few amount of games you've got now coming up, what does that mean for the young players who have served you so well? Are they still involved in some way, or is it already put a bit?
Actually, it means nothing for them, because they are, meanwhile, settled in the training group. What I think is not only the first step, it's the most important step, because being used sometimes because you are a talent or something like this, that's one thing. Being always involved because you don't disturb the process, because you can keep the level. That's the most important thing, and they are really involved, and they are. That's the level they can train already. Yeah, absolutely 0.0 experience or whatever, but they have a lot of talent, a lot of skill. So for them, it's all good. That's always like it is. As long young players with big skills, what they obviously have, are patient enough to do what they have to do. Yeah, the world is bright and everything is fine for them, and that's what we are doing. So if nothing changed for them, if they have then match time, Premier League, first minute, I don't know. But in this moment, and hopefully it stays like this, yes, we have actually not the biggest injury issues, and so we have more options to choose.
Just, I'm sorry, on the injury issues, are there any new ones from Tuesday night, or is everyone fine and through okay?
Yeah, we had before the game these few issues. We had still Kleine with the problem, but he was really fine. Hendo was really fine. Dejan Lovren was then really fine. So nothing else happened in the game. So no, they should be all in training today.
Final Melissa, any comment from your side over there? But we need to bring back at 12:45, guys, if that's all right. So just bear that in mind. We'll go home and go to room 1. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.